Keep sitting, head, neck, and trunk straight. Chin is parallel to the floor. Let's get ready for Kapalabhati, either at your rhythm or matching my rhythm. Om Bhurvuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonaha Prachodayat. Om Bhurvuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonaha Prachodayat. Om Bhurvuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonaha Prachodayat. Om Bhurvuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonaha Prachodayat. Om Bhurvuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonaha Prachodayat. Om Bhurvuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि Dio Yonaha Prachodayat. Om Bhurvuvah Swaha. Tat Savitur Varenyam. Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi. Dio Yonaha Prachodayat. Om Bhurvuvah Swaha. Tat Savitur Varenyam. Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi. Dio Yonaha Prachodayat. Om Bhurvuvah Swaha. Tat Savitur Varenyam. Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi. Dio Yonaha Prachodayat. Om Bhurvuvah Swaha. Tat Savitur Varenyam. Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi. Dio Yonaha Prachodayat. Om Bhurvuvah Swaha. Tat Savitur Varenyam. Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi. Dio Yonaha Prachodayat. Om Bhurvuvah Swaha. Tat Savitur Varenyam. Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi. Dio Yonaha Prachodayat. We're going to start with Nature Vyayamam first this evening. So bringing the right hand thumb up 6 inches in front of the nose, left hand behind, thumb up, opening the eyes, focusing on that front thumb. Seeing 2 thumbs behind, alternating to the back. Next time the eyes approach the front thumb, release the thumbs into the eyes, blink and shut. So we have a request for doing some stuff for anxiety tonight. So we're gonna do clocks tonight. So opening the eyes, have an imaginary clock in front of the eyes, take the gaze to 12. 1, 2, 3, touching all points of the periphery. Remember, we've talked about it before, so we want it to be very smooth. You want Rolex movements. And if you feel that a quadrant is particularly challenging, keep it smooth, but move slowly, a bit slower through that area. Next time the eyes approach 12, center, blink, and shut. Keeping the imaginary clock there. And when you're ready, opening the eyes, but this time going counterclockwise. So 12, 11, 10, 9. And be really mindful of how it's different. Next time the eyes approach 12, center, blink, and shut. Now allowing the eyes to soften to the back of the skull, bringing those palms together, rubbing them together, getting lots of heat, lots of energy. When you feel the heat, cupping the palms over the eyes, taking the energy from the crown chakra, directing through the arms, the forearms, the palms, back into those eyes. And then when the heat begins to dissipate, gently give the eyes, temples, cheeks a massage anywhere that needs a little extra touch this evening. Okay, so we're going to start with some kriyas specific to, they're really good for anxiety, for just nervous tension. So have the arms up. And if you're feeling, because we're going to be here for a minute, so if you want to lower them down at a slight angle, at a slight angle, that's fine. But you're going to alternate between the thumb touching the forefinger and the ring finger. So back and forth as fast as you can. So you would like to get about 9 complete ones per second, but 3 a second, that's good too. If you want to do Kapalabhati here, you can. If you want to just do slow, deep breathing, you can do that as well. but thumb touching forefinger, thumb touching ring finger.
Am I going starting back at pinky and then going to ring finger like that?
Nope,
Or
nope,
starting
just
over?
to the forefinger and to the ring finger. So to Jupiter to Sun, Jupiter to Sun, Jupiter to Sun, Jupiter Sun, Jupiter Sun, Jupiter Sun, Jupiter Sun. So you're just touching the forefinger and the ring finger with the thumb. The ring finger is the Sun and the pointer finger is Jupiter. So just back and forth. So we're going to do this for about 2.5 more minutes. So since we do have this request for anxiety and tension and anything along those lines, right? Stress, especially during this time. And we're really, 2020 has been a pretty intense year, not just with the coronavirus, but working from home, spending all day at home. I was talking to someone recently and he was talking about how he's felt really lonely and he never realized how much he used the social interactions at work as, and we got through to the bottom of it, it's just distractions. But now those distractions are gone, all those social interactions, and he's realizing that he's quite lonely. And he said, I have to admit something that I've never said out loud, but I'm afraid of dying. And that's been one of the things that has been surfacing for him. So we have a lot of stuff happening right now. Okay, keep at it. So Mimius presents. Ooh, your power was out. I'm glad it came on, Miss Conway. Good evening, Dr. Bradshaw. Did you poop? Just curious.
And now we all are.
And now, Ed said, we all are curious.
Don't make a second.
I'll be looking for an answer. Hello, Lisa. How are you feeling? And Kelsey, hello. And oh, Allie, hello. Okay, so keep at it. We got a little bit more time here.
Your shirt today is cute.
Thanks. It's reversible.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
You so
Right.
bougie.
Right.
So there
Who
we
are you? And the thumb holes? Get it, girl.
Mm-hmm.
Can we get a costume change midway?
Yeah.
Right. We could. Yeah, and my mom found this at a thrift store at Goodwill or something.
That's a good one.
I know, right? Yeah.
Good find.
I was, yeah,
Wear it twice, get it dirty, turn it inside out, brand new clean shirt.
right?
Oh.
But then I'm wearing dirt on my hay skin.
Yeah,
And that's just weird.
put a nice shirt on.
That's just weird.
Don't think about my luggage.
Oh no! This is
Oh,
the answer to the pooping.
that's so sad. Everybody's gonna feel so hurt.
Right?
I'm so sorry. Have Gail rub your tummy.
Yeah.
Mix it up and salt.
Get a finger up there.
I send you with Jim. Jim's on his way next week. I send you with him.
Put some gloves on. Really, I really thought I gave you a double dose of that.
And we did all them twists.
Yeah.
Shit.
Damn. Mm-mm-mm.
What'd you double dose with?
Natural calm.
Uh,
It's good for anxiety, but like it'll make you really shit.
Well, when she goes, she's gonna go.
Right?
Vitamin C's another fun thing. You take a bunch of that.
Vitamin C? Oh, vitamin C. Take some vitamin C.
Take up the bowel tolerance, they call it.
What is this?
Bowel tolerance, you take vitamin C to the point you get like diarrhea, then that's how much vitamin C you need on a daily basis.
Oh.
You back it down and
Do you have any vitamin C at home? Would emergency work?
it might. I don't know. It's vitamin C.
It's kind of where you said a little dig stim goes a long way.
The stem just sounds painful.
If nothing tonight, she's going to the doctor tomorrow.
Oh,
How long has it been? Are we getting to?
It's been a minute. It's
been
definitely.
days.
No.
I had some of the yogi tea that I drank after my surgery, and I gave that to her too.
She drank coffee.
Coffee.
She said she skipped it yesterday. I was like, no, well, that's why you didn't shit.
Triple that
That's,
dose.
that's my magic wand.
Nicole's technique might work.
My friend Nicole stands in the sun and lifts her shirt and makes her belly shine in the sun. She goes, and we're always like, what are you doing? She's like, I'm brewing my poop.
What does she do in the winter?
She stands by the window and lifts her shirt and
What
brews
does she
her
do on
poop.
days like today?
I have no idea. Maybe she didn't poop
I
today.
have questions.
I have questions.
He's got to think taller than the clouds, that's all.
Just a bit more now.
Does she use the squatty potty?
I think she has a stool that she was using. Coffee. She's got another suggestion for coffee. Instead of using cream, just dose your coffee with vitamin C.
There you go. Put some chocolate in there, right?
Okay, now pause. I want the left hand on top. Take the hands right at the heart. Sitting nice and tall. Chin is parallel. Slow, deep breathing. But we're adding an extra, so inhaling, so exhaling, hum. I am that I am. So it's I am inside of me, right? Resides an aspect of God, and that is who you are. That is who I am. That I am. Because of that, I am. Because of God, I am. It's very simple. We have forgotten that, and therefore we get caught up in stress and anxiety and tension and anger and sadness. Slow, deep breathing. Inhaling so, exhaling hum. So remember, this is a Mahavakya, a great utterance that a sage realized in deep states of meditation. So if you quiet the mind enough, you can actually hear the breath making that sound. Quiet the mind and listen. Keep the breath slow, deep, and rhythmic, but take the hands and slide them straight up, right in the middle of the forehead. Same thing, so hum. So hum is very much like Shavasana. We think of it being quite simple, but it's actually quite challenging. To slow the mind down so that you can actually hear this mantra that you come pre-programmed with. Every single one of us come with this mantra. It is the breath, the prana in the breath. There have been sages who have spent lifetimes studying, contemplating with this one mantra. We say God is omnipresent. So I am now. But if we say God is omnipresent and we say I am that, then why the hell do we act like we do? Because we don't contemplate it, we don't really believe it. And every time you hold your breath, unless of course you're doing a practice that recalls for retention, every time you hold your breath and you're agitated, every time you hold your breath and you're anxious, every time you hold your breath and you're sad, you are effectively disconnecting from Soham. You're disconnecting from the source. We talk about reason follows feeling. So instead of sending the message from the heart to the mind that I am that I am, we're sending messages from the heart that say, I'm pissed, I'm stressed, I'm sad. It's like we were saying yesterday in class. Ask yourself, who is? Who is sad? Who is pissed? The soul isn't. The soul's never agitated. And who you are is an aspect of God. God doesn't walk around going, oh, I'm so fucking pissed at those humans. Perhaps he should. Keep it there, slide straight down to the navel center. And put a little bit of pressure. See if you can lengthen the spine a little bit more. finish this breath, bring the hands up. So try to have the arms at 90 degrees. And you're just going to, and if you want, you can do Kapalabhati here, but you're just moving the wrist in and out. So pick a pace, really commit to it. This one's really, really, really good for the nervous system. In and out. Keep it moving. The teaching says, it's not talking of love, but living so that everything feels the love. Which is so true. Many of us talk about love, but do we live where beings feel that love from us? And we think if someone doesn't say they love us, they don't love us, because we don't really look, we don't pay attention, we're not appreciative of how they show that love. It's like the cat that Kaylee took. It was so interesting, and I was talking about it with G and Kyler last night. So here I am walking with 3 dogs. You guys know the boys are quite big, and I would be walking by and I would watch. There would be people in front of me on the trail or whatever, and he would stay hidden. But as soon as I got within proximity, he was coming out going, meow, meow. And really like wanting to like just be there. And luckily the boys have some manners. So I didn't end up on my ass or anything because they've not been around cats. So that's, and Rishi and Rumi, it's in their DNA to hunt because they were lion hunters from their ancestors. So it's like, but he was just so persistent. And then I would go down and it gets darker and earlier, and then it's also darker, stays darker longer in the morning. But I would park and I would be walking through the grass with my little headlamp on, and before I would even get to there's a little rock wall there, he would be coming out looking for it. It's like he knew when I got near him. And it's like he knew that there was this love coming. That's what G was talking about. He's like, yeah, and you can also walk into the back of the wild dogs in the jungle too. And they didn't feel it. And it was like we were talking about last week when that snake was in the man's path and he picked it up. And he's like, oh, because he thought it was a stick. And he said, oh, I'm sorry. And the man immediately, or the snake felt, this is because Swami Rama wasn't there, but he explained to him, the snake knew. He knew that you meant no harm to him. Mm-hmm. And so this cat, he knew that I meant, that even though I'm allergic to cats, he felt this love. And he was okay, and he was coming, and there was just this, and he's just such a sweet little cat. But it's like, how much more can humans feel even than animals? So do you live a life, do you tell people, oh, I love you, but you don't live a life where they can actually feel it? And then we're so blinded during the Kali Yuga, we think if you say it, it means something. And that's not. Live a life where you show your love by actions. Just a bit more. And how can you really show love if you're full of anxiety, or if you're full of anger, or if you're full of tension? You can't. Okay, pause. Okay, now hands to the shoulders. And this is so freestyle. So we're doing this to unlock the ribs and the diaphragm. So you just move however you want, but you really want to keep the hands on the shoulders. So it's just this freestyle kind of thing. But as you're doing it, visualize just creating some space in the ribs, creating some space in the diaphragm, because how can we get rid of tension if we're holding the breath, if we're not breathing properly?
I did a new dance here.
Right? Yeah. Oh, maybe we're going to do the Shakti shake tonight.
How is that cat? Is it your house?
Great. Yeah, he's at my apartment. He's great.
What color is it?
They're brown and white kind of.
Mm-hmm.
But
He's
not
so sweet.
Not like calico spotted, but yeah.
4 legs, I assume.
5.
Perfect.
It's got a big wiener.
So if you want to make some twists, whatever you need to do, I want you to really visualize that you're really creating this space in the rib cage and you're loosening up the diaphragm. So this whole thing was so hum. That's connecting to the source. We can't connect to the source if we're not breathing properly. If you are any kind of mood, your breath is going to be off. That's just the way it works. And we want the diaphragm to move. We want the rib cage to expand. So about 1 more minute of this. So make the most of this minute here. And especially if you know of something in your life that is creating tension, use this to create space so you can breathe through it. Nothing in yoga is willy-nilly. Everything serves a purpose. But you can only access it if you come to it and with it with the right attitude, with respect. Hello, Eddie. Looks like Darden says he's a Maine Coon mix. Almost there. Okay, now pause, push the hands straight. Palms touch. If you need to have them bent, or the arms bent, that's fine. You can keep them extended. So if you can, inhale to the right, exhale to the left. If not, just whatever breathing pattern works. So press the palms together as much as you can. Have the arms as straight as you can, but if they're not straight, it's not a big deal. Inhale right, exhale left.
Do all that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just have I was just doing that, but just have the whole body going.
fast as you can.
Pick a good pace. It doesn't have to be like super speed, but definitely pick a good pace. Once again, we're trying to get some movement so that you can breathe more deeply. And the beautiful thing about when we breathe more deeply, when we connect with Soham, it gives us more clarity in our thoughts. It makes us understand better. A bit more. So try to have the hands just pressed. So don't, anytime we hook, the weak hand is counting on the strong hand to bail it out. Let's not do that. Bit more. Come on now. Churn it out. Visualize that you're churning it out. He's an older cat too. He's 10, right?
Said at least.
At least 10.
That's way off.
Did you think he was a kitten?
I thought, 2 max.
Mm.
He's got animal, right?
Keep it moving. Okay, come back through center. Slowly release it down. Keep the legs crossed, but go ahead and just switch so the opposite leg is in that lead position now. And the inside, it's like you're playing some drums here. So give a little cupping. Really get the inside to those thighs. that blanket underneath the knees. Get the blanket underneath the knees.
You record that sound check. Have people guess what it is.
Right?
People with mittens clapping.
Okay, lift the left leg up first. We're doing left leg up first. Okay, and you're gonna lower the nose to the floor and push it up. 54. So if you can do the full 54 with me, do it. 53, 52, 51, 50, 49, 48, 47, 46, 45, 44, 43, 42, 41, 40, 39, 38, 37, 36, 35, 34, 33, 32, 31, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. Opposite hand comes up. You get that stop sign action and you begin to pump that leg. So try to keep the hand stationary and just pump that leg. Your motivation, your inspiration is that you are doing something so good to get rid of tension, stress, and anxiety from the body that you want to do one more pump. And you always have one more pump in you. Always. You just have to believe it. So do you want to feel settled? Do you want to feel balanced more? Or do you want to feel anxious more? Because that will be your driving force. Do you want your life to be a life full of anxiety, or do you want your life to feel balanced? Do you want to have a confused mind, or do you want to have a clear mind? Do you want to be able to handle what life throws at you, or do you want to end up in a heap? Bit more. A few more pumps. Pause. Slow the breath down. Release. Second leg goes up. This is that moment that we discussed before, that Be very thankful you're not a spider. You only have 2 legs. 54. 53. 52. 51. 50. 49. 48. 47. 46. 45. 44.